We live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better
Best
than
thing
this.
about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What
it,
up,
man?
what up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing
That's
it. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you, man. I'm your boy G. As you all can see, I am by my lonesome right now. We're waiting on our dog Corey Davis to jump on, and we will be without our other co-host, the OG himself, Chuck Little John. Remember to keep him and his family in y'all's prayers. They lost the matriarch of their family, the mother, the one that glued to their family, man. They lost their on Monday or Sunday night. So keep them in your prayers. The funeral will be coming up on Tuesday. So just everybody out there, man, make sure y'all send them love and their condolences to each and every one of them, man. So Roddy Little John, James Little John, and Chuck, and their sisters as well. So everybody out there, man, this is episode 66, season 4. We got a great show, man. We're going to talk about the NBA trade deadline. We're going to talk about Black Monday. What's up, OG? Hey, yeah, you know it, baby. You know it's all love, baby. It's all love. So we're going to talk about the NBA trade deadline. We're going to talk about Black Monday. Y'all know after the season, the NFL season ends, that following Monday, you get a lot of teams that move in different directions. And this weekend or this Monday was no different. But there is some surprises out there that, for me, I was shocked at. And I want to get you all's opinion out there as well to see if y'all were just as shocked as I was. We'll jump into that. And then also, we'll talk about the NFL playoffs that's coming up, man. The NFL playoffs. We'll do some predictions, get your thoughts on what's going on, get your thoughts on the teams that are now being called hot teams. We'll get your thoughts on that as well, man. But before we get into any of that, we have to give our wonderful sponsor, none other than Mr. Alvin Jameson, a huge shout out.
Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you.
Absolutely, man. Mr. Alvin Jameson, thank you so much. Once again, we've been a wonderful sponsor of our very first segment. So let's welcome our other co-host, one of our other co-hosts out here. He's an avatar right now, but he will be jumping on soon. But Mr. Decatur, smoothest operator.
Oh, what you know about
Corey
that?
Davis.
Hey,
A little something. A little something. Just a little bit. What up, Pop?
You
Do you know that Sade? All right, so the group is named Sade. Her name is not Sade.
I did not know that.
Yeah, her name is Helen. Helen, I forget what her last name is, but yeah, the group's name is Sade, and she suffers from stage fright every now and then and anxiety issues. That's why it's hard to find a Sade concert that's available every now and then. It's for a long time she's gotten over it over time, but sometimes what I've been learning with people that have anxiety issues, sometimes it just can't do it.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So they have it's a group.
The
Is that what
group
you
is
said?
called Sade. Yeah, the group is called Sade.
How many
Yeah.
people in the group?
That I don't know. I think because they all play instruments. A European group. Yeah, they brought her in, to be the head singer in their group. But the group's name is Sade. Now I don't know if she's still with them or if she owns it at this point. But y'all hear it. That's it.
Yeah, what's that noise?
Aaron.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know if it's power steering fluid or what, but yeah, she her name is Helen. I forget her last name, but yeah, the group's name is Sade.
Okay, I did not know that, man. That's very interesting stuff.
No
Corey, you got a
doubt.
whole lot of useless information, man, that you know about, bro.
Sometimes it can be useless, but then it'll show itself, and then you can do a little something with it. Look, and I want to say this too. So on the last show, me and my wife when we were watching TV, and they were advertising, still football games that are supposed to be playing after the national championship. So I'm sitting there like, I remember when I said that, but now I was trying to look for the games. I can't even find the game schedule. I said, "This to go another time I said something, and then I can't back it up, but I can't find it." But at least my wife was there when we saw the advertisement. But I think we may have saw like a rerun, maybe. But I can't find it because I said I want to find out who these teams are that's playing after the national championship. But I apologize,
Um,
everybody. That's more useful information that you probably couldn't find.
yeah. All right, so I did do a little Google search on Sade, and her name
Yep.
is Helen Folo Sade. So
Helen
her Folo Sade Adu.
Helen Adu, yes, Helen
Yeah,
Adu.
Folo
What's
Sade.
what's
Or-
Follow Sade?
That's her middle name.
Follow Sade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sade. So it's FOLASADE.
So you
Sade.
saying that the group was named after her middle name or something?
Yeah, I don't see it's the group running here. I don't know where you get the group from, but
It's supposed to be in the group Sade. Oh, well, my bad. No, there's more wrong information.
hey, well, we're not
Okay.
gonna do that.
Look.
Known professionally as Sade Adu or simply Sade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah.
Wrong. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded
No.
good though.
Yeah. I said it. To you, man.
Kanisha agrees too. I mean, she
I
said
thought it
3 members.
was. Yeah, it's 3 members. Yeah. Okay. Some of it. Then look, I get a B for effort.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Helen.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Well, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Fake stuff, but it's good stuff. What's up, James Littlejohn? What's up, bro, man? How you feeling, man? Definitely.
So,
Definitely prayers are out and condolences out to y'all, man. We are definitely keeping y'all in your prayers today and every day, man. So,
sure.
all right, let's go ahead, Corey, man. Let's go ahead and get it going, man. We ain't got but about a 45.
No doubt. Let's get it cracking.
She said it's also the name of the band. He is
That's
right
not-
this time.
That was
right.
that. Yeah, that was,
British band. Okay, British band. All right.
Are they British? Okay.
Yeah. 3 members: Paul Anthony Cook, Stuart Matthew Mann, and Paul Spencer Denman were originally from Hull in the East Riding of Yorkshire.
Thank you, babe. Who said that? That was Kenesha. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Gee, what? I don't know, man. Corey's giving out wrong information, but this is actually right. This is actually right. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and jump in. Dallas Cowboy Chris, what up, bro? My dog. Welcome on, big homie.
Listen, before you do that, because you said the key word that I wanted to ask you a question about. You said Dallas Cowboys. All right. So
My
I just
dog,
want
Dallas
to,
Cowboy Chris.
yeah, but I want to ask you a question, and I want just a real quick Dallas Cowboy question.
It don't have to be quick.
So okay, well, okay.
Yeah.
So we know because I don't want to get off the segue. I know you segue pretty well, but I just want to. Are we going to talk about Pete Carroll?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I ask you then. I ask you then.
I mean, sure, we don't need to wait. We can jump right on in. Let's
Okay,
go.
so then like we all do, we do our research, our due diligence on these coaches that are giving it up, stepping away, and before we get into how people feel about Pete Carroll going somewhere, I was listening to sports radio like we all do, and somebody said that the next heir apparent could possibly be your defensive coordinator.
And as you can see, he's been linked to a lot of teams so far.
But this one
Out
makes
of,
more sense to me. Do you not feel the same way?
I mean, because he was there before, he has a little familiarity with Seattle. It's
Yeah.
not the Seattle of old. I think it still goes back to, do they have the quarterback to get them where they need to go? I think is the situation going to be better than what he has in Dallas right now?
Okay.
They have a very, very good defense. They have pieces all around. They have linebackers. They have a good front four. They have cornerbacks on both sides with Woolen and the new kid. So they have pieces over there on the defensive side. Offensive side, they have weapons on the outside as well. But this is a quarterback league. Does he believe enough in Geno Smith? And that's going to be there. But I mean, I can see it happening. I can see that happening. I mean,
So
more than
I guess,
any other team.
Yeah, and that's what that right there. That's the main statement that with the teams that are available and how well he's been doing as a defensive coordinator, which he did when he was there before. What they said was the fit is a lot better. Even after he left to be the Falcons head coach, the ownership and him, they still have a great relationship, in Seattle. And if you ever attempt to, want to go back and fix what you did wrong after your first try as the NFL coach, it will be with somebody that's comfortable with how you do business and or do your job. And they were saying that at this point now, with Pete Carroll gone and with one of the highest or longest tenured jobs in the league, if you do well, you don't have to worry about job security. And with Dan Quinn attempting to do this on a second time, if he's trying to leave, they were saying that this may be the most comfortable place for him to be. Now, I mean, and that's what when I thought about it, I said, you know what, I'm gonna ask you about that. I know you don't want to lose him, but do
Right.
you agree that this could be one of the better positions or better spots for DQ if he decides to leave?
I think for him, definitely. I think it's the
Okay.
most intriguing for him, more so than let's go through the other teams. Like we said, we just brought up Pete Carroll.
Right, right.
We know the Raiders are looking for a coach.
That's
And
two.
two, you have the Los Angeles Chargers, who have been linked to Dan Quinn as well. The Washington Commanders, who have been linked not only to Dan Quinn, but to our GM and Will McClay as well.
The GM?
Well, our GM. He doesn't have the title GM, but he is the GM of the Cowboys. So he makes
So y'all
all right.
have a guy in place that's under the title of GM?
No, the title of GM is Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones, right.
But the guy who does the GM stuff in our organization is Will McClay. So the one who goes out there and picks all our players, Will McClay. So
Okay.
yeah.
So remind me, I want to go back to that because I got a beef with how we do our GM work with Atlanta. But continue with the teams.
So you also have now the Carolina Panthers, who are also looking for a GM and a coach, and
Falcons.
Falcons and Atlanta Falcons, and as of yesterday, the Tennessee Titans.
Vrabel.
They got rid of Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
And it looks like soon we will be hearing that Bill Belichick is gone as well.
Honestly, bro, by the end of the week, I think, and this is I'm predicting 9, but possibly 10. So I'll throw 2 more at you that is a possibility. So they're still up in atoms with this, but so the Bears.
They said they're staying with their coach.
They're gonna keep him. Okay, fine. They're
gonna keep him. They're gonna keep him.
Saints.
Ooh, I think gonna keep him too.
After they were after the situation that happened with the Falcons game, they felt like, and I'm just going off stuff we hear and what they were thinking about. Did he lose? Does he have control of his team when they decide to go rogue and make their own plays? When he said, when go in victory formation, take a knee, and then the offensive line decides to do the opposite and go rogue and do their own thing. If teams do this, what's the coach there for? You know what I mean? So I didn't know if they were adamant on the decision, but it was one of those situations where they were like, listen, you can't have the confidence in the coach when the players are deciding to do other after you've given them a direct direction. After they've asked, listen, can we give this guy a TD? No, figure formation, take a knee, and then you do the opposite.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that they don't respect the coach, because I felt like they loved the coach all year. So I don't feel like that's the problem. I feel like, honestly, it was kind of a Jameis Winston type thing. I think Jameis kind of talked to his teammates and told them that, and they all agreed that Jamal Williams should get a touchdown.
Sure. But look who you taking, who's convinced you to do that. A second tier quarterback who's the backup convinced you to do that. I mean, does that make sense to you?
From what I'm hearing, is he is loved in that locker room. And
Jameis
Winston. The players love Jameis Winston not only as a player, but as a leader of men in that locker room. And from what I'm hearing and seeing is that they were all in agreement, because he wasn't looking out for himself. He was looking out for a teammate who had given his blood, sweat, and tears all year long.
Man, get out of here with all that, man. All of them do that. Seriously, G? Blood, sweat, and tears. Don't they all do that?
Yeah. So he felt like this guy needed a touchdown to finish his season. And I don't know if he probably could have got a bonus off of it.
Nobody said anything about bonus.
Nobody said anything.
Nobody, they were calling out bonuses. People that were making bonuses on that last week. That he made such and such catch. He got a sack. Nobody said anything about a bonus for him.
It could have been anything. It could have been anything for him, and for him to do it for his teammate. I think that's okay. But I don't think it has anything to do on. I don't think it has any bearing on the coach. I don't think
that's okay.
As a coach, I don't think it's okay. As a player, I do.
Okay.
As a player, I do. As I understand, I don't no running back want to go the whole season without scoring a touchdown.
You know how many running backs do that every year? And so don't get me wrong. I may be a bit sensitive here because it was against my team, and honestly, it made me look at Jameis. He's still a fool to me, But at the same time, is this, when you listen to that interview and he just sitting there smiling, got that goofy smile on his face, and the interviewer is trying to tell him like, "Do you realize what you just did? Are you okay with it? I'm okay. We discussed it as a team. It's a foolish decision to make as a player, but I get what you're saying. Like I said, if I were a coach too, I'd be pissed.
Mhm.
I victory formation, and then I like when I was listening to a couple of the Falcons, they were like, it's victory formation. Some of them didn't even go all the way down on 3-point stand. Next thing you know, hut. And just imagine when you sitting there going, well, hey, what's going on? Touchdown. You
Yeah.
making a fool out of other players too. I don't know.
I from like I said, I understand it, and I'm okay with it, honestly.
That's messed
Look, Jimmy Graham came out and said,
"Oh man,
I'm okay with this. He did it for his team. That's his teammate. He did it for his teammate, and then he said." And man, who cares? It's F the Falcons, man. Look, it's F the Falcons every day and twice on Sunday.
My wife was so tickled by that statement when she was trying to read it to me. She was like, "You got to see Jimmy Graham." I like, oh my god. And I get it. It's for the rivalry. Now, some of the players. Let me tell you what I did like on some of the players because they were like, we felt like fools because you get in victory formation and then next you run a touchdown, and then they said, "Well, look, we're keeping receipts now." So, but this goes with our rivalry.
Right.
But now
it should have been receipts kept over already.
It should have,
that's the whole point.
But when you beating me down, when you got me beat right at this point, and we're ready to get some handshakes and hugs and stuff. Next thing you know, like I said, Blue, where did you rush it in there? And then you get it to this dude just so he can get one touchdown for the season. I'm gonna be pissed next year, which leads me to this. I want Harbaugh. I've been saying this for weeks, now.
Hey, cut it out.
Oh, I was saying what?
Oh, that's crazy.
I need somebody that takes things personally, and I want Harbaugh. If I were my owner, I ain't gonna lie. Arthur Blanks, McKay, I supposed to be GM. They should be down there with khaki pants on and a cardigan and talking to that dude. Give him the money, but like I said, I don't agree with it. I was telling my wife because she think the same way you did. But now, if you go out there and run a play, it's cool. But when you get in victory formation, gentleman's hand, understanding that game is over. You know what I mean?
Right. So they tricked them. They tried to trick them. Y'all was okay with Detroit trying to trick the Cowboys. I mean, it's the same thing. It was a trick play. They got away with a trick play.
Not with 4 seconds in the game left, OG.
Hey, it was a trick play. It was 23 seconds in the Cowboy game. They tried to do a trick play.
Everybody got in victory formation. Victory formation means what? We're putting down the guns.
He said, not even similar.
Right. You know what I'm saying? When you get in victory formation and then like some of the guys don't even take a knee, or someone don't even get in, they know, all right, he's finna take a knee and we finna give each, all right, man, good game, No. Come on, man. This ain't like this is not like the damn Marino play, where he's about to spike it, where it's still time left. This is not like that. This is the end of the game, and you're up by 22 points or whatever it was, a bunch of points.
I saw somebody ask this, and I thought it was a great question. What's the difference between that and the Miami Dolphins putting up 70?
That's terrible. It is. When you put up 70, at some point you got to take the headlock off. If you're asking what the difference is, I don't know if there is a difference. One of them is you being mollywopped and somebody keep going, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Versus somebody saying, hey, game is over. That's enough, guys. He's had enough. And then somebody go, no, he didn't. And you hit him again. Hey man, this match is almost over, man. Let him up, Galen. And then you go, no, coach. Bah. Hit it one more time.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. Okay. Well, I see everybody else think they don't nobody agree with me. I'm the only one. I'm the only one who's on this hill for the Saints and the whole staff over there. So, but yeah. So I don't know. I haven't heard that they're ready to get rid of him. Kanisha said that she said the fans are tired of him. So,
Yeah.
so we'll see. We'll see, man. If that job opening becomes, if that job becomes available as well.
What? So okay, I'm gonna throw another hypothetical out there. This is cowboy hypothetical. So, in the same breath, you guys are hosting the Packers, correct?
Correct.
So, let me ask you: does this have any validity? Does this have any steam behind it? So, your owner was being interviewed one time about McCarthy's job, right?
Mhm.
And then he said he'll do his evaluations at the end of the season. I didn't know
About an extension.
about the extension. Okay, I didn't know that he was that this was a gets up for review or anything like that. But somebody put in on a chat line, if you guys lose to the Packers coming in here, that you guys are going to get rid of McCarthy. If that happens, do you think that that has any fruition, or is there any fire to it? There's any truth to that? What happens if they come down there?
There's definitely no truth to that. They asked Jerry Jones about the extension because earlier or midway through the season they were saying that they was in talks about extending Mike McCarthy.
Okay.
Jerry Jones doesn't.
So his job is not in jeopardy.
No, his job. Jerry Jones actually said that y'all seen what he's done. This man, his record speaks for itself. There is nothing else that he needs to do. We'll talk about his contract extension later on. But right now, there's nothing to talk about right now. This man is, and he's under contract for another year. Like he's under contract next year. So
okay.
Yeah.
So you're not.
This is just another ploy to try to distract us from our goal. That's all it is.
You think that's a ploy when they're talking about this on the 4-letter groups, the 3-letter stations or whatever.
Always.
If the Packers come through, and this is personal, this is this is the last team that he's coached. Mm-hmm. If the Packers come to Dallas and they don't look terrible. We know that they're not the Cowboys, but I'm just saying.
They're saying they're a hot team. People are picking them to come in there. They have nothing to lose. They're coming in there free. They weren't even supposed to be in this situation. They're coming in there with I think somebody said they had the hottest quarterback in the league right now.
He's hot, but I ain't gonna say the hottest, but he's doing well.
He's doing well. That's what they want to tell us. That's what they want to promote now, that he's doing this great. My boy Dallas Cowboy Chris said, the Pack will not win in Dallas. Cowboys offense is too explosive, and
that's fine. But that's what we talk about it for, right?
Steve-O said the same thing, and let me just. This is how they hype everybody up, and make it seem like this is about to be. Look at the last 4 games the Packers played. They want to say this man has been on this hot streak. Let me just go back to it for y'all. Okay. They played. Let's see here, y'all. Let's see what we're looking like. The Bears, they put up a whole whopping 17 points. They beat up on the Minnesota Vikings. They barely beat the doggone Carolina Panthers. They beat up on they lost to the Buccaneers. I'm sorry. They lost to the Buccaneers.
Did they? Okay.
They lost to the Giants. So they won 3 games in a row. They was versus the Panthers, the Vikings, and the Bears.
Sometimes you get a little, what's the coach name over there at the Packers?
LaFleur, Mike
LaFleur. Yeah, LaFleur, and so sometimes you can probably get out coach. Sometimes you can overcoach a team.
Right.
Now they've said Mike McCarthy has had a history of every now and then his play calling can be a little suspect in the playoffs. I'm just saying what you call adding fire to make this a story. It's
Mhm.
become a story. It's become a thing.
All of a sudden, no matter who it was,
Maybe.
before the game on last Sunday, they were saying that the Rams wanted to play us so bad that they weren't playing their players. They was trying to lose so they can come play the Cowboys. This is what they
Rams a
were
hot team
told.
too.
They're a hot team. They're hot. They wanted to see the Cowboys, but then they win. They last second they go to win instead of they wanted to lose before, but they won the last second.
And they're making their game because they're going to Detroit. Stafford goes back to Detroit after being traded. That's a story too. So they had to find, like you said, something. I'm just trying to, before we get to it,
Uh-huh.
if it happens, I want to make sure I get it out before and after.
Okay.
Like I said, I know the Cowboys are favored, but just in case, I like to ask you prior to.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of they say that the
Before.
Cowboys ain't Dak can't win a big game. When is it considered a big game? Is it only a big game when we lose, or is it a big game when we win too? Because I could have
I mean,
swore when we played the Rams earlier this season, it was a big game. Then we played the Chargers earlier, it was a big game. Then we played Philly, it was a big game. When we lose to Buffalo, oh, we can't win the big game. You lose to Miami, you can't win the big game. We beat Detroit. Oh, well, Detroit, they should have won. That's not a big game no more. We beat Tampa Bay in the playoff last year. If the playoff game ain't a big game, what's a big game?
the playoff is a big game. It's a big game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's why I said no game is to be held lightly, especially when the playoffs start.
That's what I think too. I think if you're in the playoffs, it's a big game. Period.
It's a big game. Yeah.
Steve-O said, Corey, it's all hype to generate interest. My dog Cowboy Chris says, man, if you think about it, everybody in the playoffs are a hot team except for Philly. The Cowboys are a hot team as well.
Philly has limped in there. You right about that.
They backed in. They backed right on in. They gonna back right on in out of here too, man.
Let's say back in so you can walk straight out.
Steve-O said we need to see Dallas get to the NFC Championship game to end the playoff curse. That's why I told us. That's where I said we was gonna be at. I said if we don't make it to the NFC Championship game, is for me, it's a not spoiled season. What I say it was a bust. It was a bust.
If who don't?
If the Cowboys do not make it to the NFC Championship game this year, I said
the season is a bust.
Yes.
What's any different? Okay, what's your record right now, G?
12-5.
And you've been like that the past 3 seasons, correct?
3 seasons. Yes.
So okay, if it ends the same way, were the last 2 seasons bust also?
No, so you get better each season. So the first year we made it, we lost in the first round. Second year, we lost in the second round. This year, we got to go to the NFC Championship at least.
Okay, so it's NFC Championship or bust. Okay.
A bust, yes, a bust for me.
Okay.
For me. What about you, Cowboy Chris? How you feel, baby? Pop said every game is a big game. These guys are. Thank you, Pop. Thank you. That's how I feel. I don't care if it's regular season. Every game is a big game. You don't get but 17 of them. Every game is a big game.
It's not that every game is not a big game, but some games you can get past. You can get by. You can say, okay, we can rebound from this game here. Like that's why they always say lose early. Or some games that like, okay, and I'll be honest with you. Take the Falcons, for example. I don't know how many chances we got, to make the playoffs in this sorry division that we had. I'm not saying that every game wasn't important, but towards the end of the season, the last game of the season was the most important. But we had so many games at 7 wins. All we needed was 8. And what I'm saying is I feel what you and your pops are saying, but as important as those games were, we still had a chance to win the division. As sorry as my division is,
Right.
you
And
know,
that's why every game is a big game. Because, like you said, y'all were one game out of it.
one game.
One game. So every game has to be a big game.
Every game is important. You're right. You're right. Because
Yeah.
we lost 6 that we could have won. You
Yeah.
know.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Steve-O says, man, if the Steelers win Sunday, he'll consider their season a success. All things considered.
If they win Sunday. Okay, so if they win their playoff game, the this wild card game, right?
Okay.
Now, what did you hear about? Go ahead.
Earlier in the season, I know I can't remember if Steve-O was one of them, but when we was doing the predictions, and I think he said first round. I think he did say first round. But I know Remus said AFC Championship. My brother said Super Bowl that they were going to Pittsburgh.
Your brother said that?
Yeah. He did say that. I don't know why he said that, but he did. We
gotta get him to golf this year, man. He can't keep coming to all the meetings and then don't golf. You know.
So I know we don't have the OG.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
He didn't do the video, did he?
He did not. He didn't even show up. He didn't show up.
He came all the meetings, bro.
Yeah. So Steve-O did say he said out in first round. Okay, that's what I thought, Steve-O. That's what I thought you said, Steve-O. All right. So Cowboy Chris, man, tell me what would be considered a bust for you, or what would be considered a successful season for you. All right.
Hold on, man. Your brother sold me on the video when we sat next to me. He said, "Yo, I'm getting a drone, from the top air." And I just remember, I thought about he didn't get that video. Okay, my bad. I get off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, Pop. A lot of Pittsburgh fans were saying that at the beginning of the season because they was so dominant in the preseason. So they was on high. And Steve-O wasn't one of them. Steve-O was actually one of the ones who was even keel. Like, it's just preseason, y'all. So he was. I give him that. I do give him that, man. So, all right. This Seattle team, man, without Pete Carroll there, which is a surprise to me. Do you think that team or the Tennessee Titans team is the better team to go to? And I'm surprised at that firing of Mike Vrabel. This man, two years ago, this man was coach of the year. 2 years ago.
That's that owner, sort of like the Carolina owner. Go ahead, though. I'm sorry.
Successful season in the Super Bowl. It's been a long time. We gotta go get back. Okay. We gotta get back. So he said all the way. C says all the way, man.
So you're the division. So his is all the way a bust. Wow.
All the way a bust. It's been a long time, he said. Woo. Yeah, it's been when we make it, huh?
28 years or 27?
95. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 95, man. So 29, dog. That's a good one. If we get to the NFC Championship, I see us going, dog. But
So who's your Achilles heel, G? What team is your?
Of course, it's the 49ers. There is no denying it. Where everybody knows is the 49ers. It's the team that who has been our Achilles heel for the last several years. That's the one we gotta see. We're gonna have to see them. Maybe.
So if you beat the Packers, who would you see?
It all depends. Who do you have? Well, who do you have winning between the Eagles and 49 and Bucks?
Eagles and Bucks. The Bucks have caught fire towards the end of learning how to win. But like you said, for some strange reason, I got a feeling that the Eagles are playing possum a little bit, though they lost their last 4. I'm hoping that they're playing possum. I don't understand what has happened here. But
think about this. they haven't really played well this season. They've
I'm,
snuck by a
I'm not
lot of
finna do
games.
that. I'm
They've
not finna
snuck
do
by a
that.
lot of games. You
A
can
dub is a dub, G. You know that.
a dub is a dub, but sometimes you don't play that well, and sometimes the ball falls your way.
11
But
times.
but it doesn't. Sometimes it wears off too. Sometimes what it say, it all evens out eventually.
So you giving these boys no credit for it. They're 11-4, right?
They 11-6.
11, is it 6 losses? Okay,
Yeah,
11-6. Oh, my bad,
yeah,
because they lost the last 4. Okay.
yeah. Well,
So
well, not the last 4, but yeah, they lost the 5 out of 6 games.
is it? Okay. 5
Yeah.
out of 6.
Yeah.
And like we said, I said they limped into the playoff. You said they back then.
Mhm.
You know, but you're giving these guys no credit for those 11 wins.
Uh, yeah, I mean they got 11 wins. So I'm gonna give them credit for it, but
Okay. You just don't like how they got the 11.
yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Well, look, hey, Tyreek Hill dropping passes in the end zone to win the game. KC dropping passes in the end zone to win the game. I mean, they got it. Khadijah, I agree that success is the Super Bowl, but on the other hand, I am so seriously impressed with what we accomplished this year. I'll be proud of my guys no matter what happens at this point. Oh, she's so mushy. Khadijah's so mushy. She's talking about her Browns.
Yeah. So it's sort of like this, and this is in my opinion, where you know how she's been so stressed out behind the Browns every year, and straight up, there's been some good coaching that's happened on that squad. You know, from the amount of quarterbacks that they've had, 3 quarterbacks, I think, and maybe 4. You know, but that's some good coaching that's been happening over there. I feel it.
Okay. Dallas Cowboy Chris said, you got to think about it like this. Who is the best quarterback in NFC at this point? Who are you afraid of? There's no quarterback in the NFC that the Cowboys should be afraid of.
A quarterback, just going with
Quarterback.
I mean, I can name 2 that y'all could, be concerned with.
Okay, throw them out there.
All right, Purdy for the one, because I'm agreeing with you on that first one.
Okay.
You know, Matt Stafford has caught some fire. You know, he hadn't thrown a pick in 6 games, which is not bad.
That's not bad at all.
See, okay. Yeah, cause as a gunslinger that's been known to throw a bunch, hadn't thrown any. Right. So that's why they were saying that this team caught fire towards the end of the season, and we know Matthew Stafford. You know, he was good for throwing a couple. You know, so but some kind of way they figured that out.
They got a nice running game.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I lay down. Then at the same time, Love hadn't looked terrible either. I'm not saying that you guys. I like your defense. Like I said, I rolled with your defense all year. They let me down at the end, but from a fantasy standpoint. But there are some quarterbacks who caught some fire toward get to the playoffs. You know what I mean? So
okay, just let me just go back to the Rams. I know just to add some context to what you're saying. People will be worried about that they beat the Commanders, right?
Okay, so you going with the teams? Okay, good.
They beat the Saints.
I see what you're finna do.
They beat the Giants.
So stop. What you're saying, the quality of team. I don't have to go any further. What you're saying is the teams that they beat.
The schedule was this. Look, if you put the Cowboys at that schedule, we'll be. Hey, we might be 14-3.
You said throw my stat in there. You can see why he didn't throw no interception because of the team they played. Man. I'm finna throw my butt out, boy. Ain't nobody finna catch it. Okay.
Nobody out there.
It's terrible, man. Okay. Ain't nobody finna catch none of these balls I'm finna throw.
man. I don't know. No, I don't know.
You
But
messed up,
anyway,
man.
Bucks
You said,
Philly. My pop said Buck Philly has forgot how to Bucks because Philly has forgot how to win. Mistakes are the biggest problem. And OG said, man, you know he don't never give credits to no team, but he is.
I know, right, man. OG, I need you, man. I need take your time, but golly. And he throw your team out there first, you know. Commanders. Man. Ain't nobody on that defense gonna catch the interception.
Eagles fans make it hard to root for them. They do, man. They do. They do. All right. Kanisi says 5 starters this year.
5 starters for the Browns.
He's talking about the Browns still. He's talking about the Browns.
5 quarterback
well,
starters.
I'm finally glad she's jumping on board with us with the Browns. So Chuck says, man, Cowboy Chris, this is a team sport. You're already claiming the chip, but the road goes through San Francisco. Now, he didn't claim the chip, man. He said a chip, the Super Bowl, but would be a bust for him if he don't go to the Super Bowl. That's what he said, dog. He didn't claim the chip.
Right.
But he is saying that we shouldn't be worried about anybody out there in the NFC. We have the best quarterback.
Chris just said the same thing that G said. Look who we.
Pop said I wouldn't necessarily say Matt. Half of the Chiefs team was resting in that last win. Matt. Oh, 49ers, talking about the 49ers. Yeah. But he didn't play in that game either, though. He didn't play in that game either. So, all right, man. So, do you think back to Tennessee? Do you think they should have fired their coach, though, dog?
Vrabel, I don't, but he's like I said, they're making that owner look more of a fickle guy, sort of like the Carolinas owner. Yeah, there was no reason for it. Did they say any reason why he was fired? I mean, you know how was it? Because we didn't look at it. Nobody was talking about it. Nobody was saying, the Tennessee job is going to be a good job. Nobody thought that. So I have no idea on why he was fired.
Yeah. I mean, I know he had 2 losing seasons back to back. These past 2, but I don't think that's enough to get rid of a guy who was just, like I said, 2 years removed from being coach of the year.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that because I was actually proud of Arthur Smith, firing our guy on the plane. Like when the plane landed back at Hartsfield, hey man, listen, go in the clock out.
But y'all didn't have no winning seasons though.
We had no winning. He's had 3 7-10 seasons. Vrabel had 1 good season, right?
No, he had 3 good seasons before that, or 4 good seasons before that.
4? How long he's been there?
6 years.
Okay.
So he had a winning record in 4 of the 6 years.
That's interesting. Okay, I thought he was only there. Okay.
And one of them was, I think 2 of them were 12-4 seasons.
And that was when my coach was there with him.
Yeah. Pop said they had to blame someone. The coach always first to go when the blame game is going. You're right about that, Pop. So would y'all take him? Would y'all take him in Atlanta?
No, I would say no, only because it's bringing that same coaching style that we just had. Whatever Arthur Smith learned, because this is his first rodeo, he learned a lot from Vrabel. I'm not saying that I know they're 2 different guys, but I would think of it as bringing the same coaching style back to Atlanta. I want something totally different. I want a different entree at this point.
Okay, you don't want it from that tree.
I don't. So that's why I'm saying I want somebody that's had experience, on both the college and NFL level. And let's look at it this way. And I'm just throwing this out because I'm cheering for Jim Harbaugh. When he left Stanford, Were they a better program when he left them? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When he left the 49ers, with that stint, he ended up leaving because he stuck up for Cap, and I respect that. They end up letting him go. I don't know exactly why they let him go afterwards, but it was a better team when he left the 49ers because they were a Super Bowl contender. Same way with if he leaves, which I think he is because he hired what's that dude named Dunleavy or whatever. He just hired a new agent. But he just made Michigan a better team.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you get the guy, man. Just go get the guy. Pay him. Like I said, put them khaki pants on and go get him.
He's linked more to the Chargers right now.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, he's linked more to the Chargers right now. Dallas Cowboy Chris says, man, well, Tennessee's owner is a female, and basically what she said, she's tired of being mediocre. They haven't won in these last.
Is it female? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, it's the and Hunt's wife, right? Or not Hunt? What's the name?
Hunt.
No, not Hunt. What's the name? The Tennessee owner, because the husband died. Remember then the husband died and she took over, right?
Oh, dude. Okay.
Was that Houston? That might have been Houston's.
Houston?
I can't remember. Okay. Well, anyway.
Oh no, I thought that was Arizona. Don't they have a female owner? Look, don't get us lying.
Yeah, well, we'll say anything on this bad boy.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So another surprise, not firing, but retiring. Nick Saban. Nick Saban has called it quits, man. He's hung up his whistle. And tell me what you think about that, man. And what does this mean for Alabama going forward now?
All right, so as always, we it's shocking news. We try to find as much information as we can when it first happened. So let me tell you the first thing that's tripping my head out. So as of today, that squad that he has, they open the portal for those kids for an additional 30 days because their head coach is leaving. So the portal is open for Alabama for 30 days. So if those kids decide, listen, I thought I was going to be under this coach for XYZ, they get the next 30 days for the portal. Now.
All right, Steve-O, man. Appreciate you, bro.
What did he say?
Steve was got to bounce a little early, fellas, man. Good luck to your respective teams this weekend. Sorry, Corey.
Ain't that the way to leave? I appreciate that, Mr. Steve. But yeah, these kids will get 30 days to enter the transfer portal. So now this is sort of like crabs in a bucket. Coaches are finna be contacting these children. The one that they didn't get, the one that Nick is gone. Come over here. Come to XYZ. Now we have 17 kids that are going to the draft. We may be able to pull a few of those children to come play, but at the same time, so they're the biggest. So when I was listening today after his speech, the AD from Alabama, the first people that they're going to call are people that were on his coaching tree. Okay. They're going to call those guys first. Even my coach, he'll get a phone call. Because they want to keep that same thing going with Alabama. So their highest guy on the tree right now is the coach Dan Lanning from Oregon. Now, if they just say they want something to happen, they said within the next 48 hours. They don't want to wait.
They want to quick. Okay.
Yeah, so they 92 game when they were saying, they DL led by whoever, they 48 hours, they want to have their guy. At least that's what they plan on doing. So if they get Dan Lanning, now there's going to be another group of kids that get another 30 days for the portal again from Oregon. That's if they get Dan Lanning. So those kids are going to be dispersed another group of places. So it's that Nick Saban leaving is going to, it's going to cause a whole lot of mess. Now for Georgia, I would say this here, depending on the person, I think it just eases the pain for us because we play them on game 3. If they lose a lot of their talent, I got one less team to worry about. You know.
Oh, okay. Do you? I got 2 questions.
Mhm.
Do you think Kirby Smart would entertain that? And do you think Nick Saban saw the writing on the wall and got out of there while he was still on top, kind of? His name is still on top.
Good question. Good question. So, all right. So, Kirby was a Georgia Bulldog player. He learned his skill while working at Alabama, but came back and I thought he got his dream job.
Mhm.
Where he is now, that we do understand, Alabama is one of the pinnacle schools to work at.
Mhm.
No doubt about it. Now, did they struggle before he got there? Before Nick got there, yeah, they had some dirty years, but we all know that Tuscaloosa brings a lot of money. They'll throw a lot of money at Kirby if that's the case. He is the second highest paid coach and the second highest paid state employee in Georgia.
Mm.
It's not terrible. But I know he's gonna get a call. I know they're gonna ask him what his number is, but I don't think he would leave to go there. That would really be controversial. I don't know if it's enough money to do that. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I
Okay.
think he's at his dream job. And so, with your second question, what was your second question?
The writing on did he see the writing on the
Oh,
wall?
Nick, he's 72 years old.
Mhm.
He didn't like the transfer portal. He didn't like the NIL. He
Mhm.
wasn't willing to conform and bend and flex. They said he just bought a $10 million house in South Florida. He has 10 Mercedes-Benz dealerships and he wants to golf. So I think he just, like you said, I think he just went out when the sunset was on him, because it was a hard year this year, and now he don't have the college football playoff staff anymore. Now you got to win now. You got to have the
Right.
12-12. You got to do your thing. So yeah, I think he did leave at the right time.
Okay.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
it's been 4 years since he's actually won something, right? Or 5 years, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
he,
it's
I
fine.
think, I think you see the writing on the wall. The coaches are getting younger. If you look at it now, look at the coaches, man, that are resigning or retiring or getting let go of. They're a little older. I think a lot of these organizations now want that young blood, that young, innovative coach, that Mike
Mhm.
McDaniel. They call him the soul brother.
Man, I know,
Soul
right?
like
Yeah.
so they want these younger coaches to come in there, and so I think the game is changing. These older coaches are having, I don't know if they're having a problem adjusting to, like you said, the NIL deals, the younger players, the social media life.
Right.
It's a lot to it now that they have to deal with, and I think we're seeing a changing of the guard far as
Yeah.
coaching. Yeah, as far as coaching.
And you're right. I know there was a lot of things that he didn't like. He didn't like the social media portion, like you just said, like Deion Sanders. His attention. I like how he was doing. He's just not a social media guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that he didn't conform to. But that NIL is coming.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna say it's coming. It's here.
It's here. It's here.
Yeah.
All right, man. We didn't get into any NBA, man. Let's go ahead and do. You know how we do.
I know, right?
I should have turned our timer on. But hey, we had some great conversation out there. OG says, man, Dabo Sweeney might be a name to look out for as
They
well.
gonna call the whole tree. Like I said, Dabo was there too. They gonna call that whole tree, especially of the guys that are kicking butt. What's the guy in Mississippi? Ole Miss right now. The one that said that made the most in the transfer portal and most in NIL kids. What's the coach over at Ole Miss?
That's got no. I don't
You
know.
know what I'm talking about though, right? He was Alabama's offensive coordinator for like 2 seasons.
Somebody put it in the chat. Everybody, TCY family, man, put it in the chat for us.
Yeah, the coach for Ole Miss right now. He was at USC. He was at the Raiders. the youngest NFL head coach, and then he went to Alabama for 3 seasons. I can't remember his name, but they're gonna call, like I said, they're gonna call that whole coaching tree first,
Yeah.
and then they'll pick their guy. But better believe whoever they choose,
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin, yes,
Okay.
Lane Kiffin is, like I said, a young, innovative offensive guru. They're gonna call that whole tree, man. We shall see. I mean, maybe it may be a couple of NFL coaches that's done worked under Nick that may get a shot too. But you better believe they're gonna have some Alabama ties.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. All right, man. Let's do these picks, baby boy. Let's do these picks. All right. Starting with Cleveland at Houston on Saturday. Cleveland at Houston.
Man, that's gonna be a good game, honestly, bro. I'm like,
It's my dream to be a 5 college football coach. I'll take the job. They can fire me and pay me after one game.
I know that's right. Boy, it makes walk away with some money.
My girl says my dream.
I got Houston, man.
You got Houston, okay. OG says, "What's our record?" So the records right now, OG, are Alvin Jamison from AlvinJamison.com is leading again at 151. He's leading again. He went 11-5 this past week. He's at 151 and 104. Corey, you had a 10-6 record last week. You did well. You're at 149 and 106. The OG went 8-8. He's at 147 and 108.
Okay, and what you did?
Oh,
yeah.
I went 8-8.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I went 136 and 119. That's where I am.
Ooh, 136.
Yeah, I'm a little far behind, man.
Hey man, what did you learn this year on your picks? Because you did a lot of road picking, man. What did you learn this year? I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with this one. TCY family, y'all know what I'm talking about. We did this for 17 weeks.
I gotta stop trying to pick the upset. I was trying to pick the upset, and
every week though, bro. Every week you went rogue. Every week
I did win rogue. I did go rogue, dog. You right about that, man. I was off. I was just a little off this year, man. This is just first year. First year I've been off, man. First year I've been off.
You showed it.
Used car salesman. You know I've been trying to get it, dog. You know I've been trying to get it. All right, Miami at Kansas City. Oh, they said it's gonna be minus
2
degrees.
It's 6. Oh, they 6 now.
Minus 6 degrees, dog.
Listen, they said that Kansas City been practicing in cold weather the whole week. They just been that's what they've been doing. To them, they want this to be like a regular game for them.
Dog, and it's a night game, so it's gonna get colder. Like,
so look, somebody had suggested that Miami like kind of move. Like they should have been practicing at a different location this week.
In the week,
they've been practicing right. They've been practicing in the sun all week. Golly, that's gonna be a cold game, man. If they're not prepared,
Kanisha, they didn't even move the game. Look,
but Kansas City, they're used to this. Like you said, they're used to it. So I'm going. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going with the weather. So I'm going with KC.
You going with KC? Wow, KC ain't been playing well at all, dog. They haven't been playing well. But that -2, -6 though. But
-6? Did you just say -6, bro? Let me ask you: if you had tickets to that game, would you go?
I would not. I would definitely sell my tickets. Definitely sell my tickets.
I would not. Arrowhead Stadium is the oldest stadium in the league.
Look, and them fans is ready to be out there.
Right,
they will be there, loud and proud. I'm going Miami.
Okay, let's get it. OG picking.
Yeah, he's picking through here too. Jeremy, what up, Metcalf? My dog said Miami, and they will have 10s when they make it.
Sure.
What is the status of Waddle and Mostert? Honestly, I heard they were limited, but I haven't seen anything else, big dog. Not for views. What's up, my guy? He said, "Go Birds." You talking about the Falcons? What birds you talking about? Seattle? I know it's not the Eagles. I know it's not the Eagles, my guy.
Did Seattle make the playoffs? Seattle didn't make the playoffs either.
Do not spell it out. Do not spell it out. Oh Lord, don't spell it out. He spelled it out.
Man, he can spell it because they got some Eagle fans who couldn't even spell it right. EGEAGL. Man, that's crazy.
Okay. OG. That man said Eagles. All right, man. Welcome on, big homie. Welcome on. OG ain't put it in yet. He ain't put it in yet. Hey, I want you to give me one of them little flaps. Give me one of the little flap with the little eagle wings, man. Give me a little flap. All right. So let's go. Pitt at Buffalo. Yeah, we are, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
I got Buffalo.
I got Buffalo as well. All right. OG went with Miami. All right. Metcalf went with Buffalo. All right, my guy. Not for the views. Went with Buffalo too. Okay. Not for the views. All right.
Who is not for the views?
Guy from Twitch, man. He jumped on with us today, man. We appreciate that.
No doubt, man. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, man. I believe this is the first time, man. Welcome on, big homie. Welcome to the show, man.
TCY family.
Yeah, TCY family, man. Hit that like on the YouTube as well, man. Hey, man, I appreciate it. We definitely appreciate all the love that's out there, bro. We definitely appreciate it. All right, Metcalf as well. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody's picks in. All right, let's see. All right, the Rams at Detroit. I talked about this earlier last week, man, and this is gonna be a good one here.
Man, I like this game.
Me too.
I'm going with my big homie Matt.
You going with Matt? The hot man who's hot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with homeboy. You know those steps. I'm going with Rams.
I'm going with the Rams too, man. I think the Rams gonna do it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think the Rams gonna do it. Hey, man, appreciate that, my dog. Hey, man, appreciate that. Not for the views. I'm gonna make sure I go hit that like button or that subscribe button on your page too as well, bro. I appreciate that.
Give me that information, man. I'll throw some love too, man.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Who else am I missing here? I'm missing somebody else.
Who y'all playing?
All right. Philly at Tampa Bay Monday night. Philly at Tampa Bay.
That Monday night. How I feel about the Monday night? I'm going with Philly, man. I think they're playing possum, and I don't think they're gonna get beat by Tampa Bay.
You don't think they're getting beat by Tampa Bay? Okay.
If anything, like I said, they can keep scratching and beat Tampa Bay. You know.
All right. My dog said Birds by 10. Birds by 10. Metcalf got Philly too. Okay. Kanisha got Philly. All right. You going with Philly, huh? You say they're not gonna lose again. They're not to Tampa Bay, not to the worst division in the league. What you call it? All right, they know what you called it. Okay.
It's the worst division it is. I mean, let's keep it a buck.
My guy said I'm scared of them Cowboys though. Oh man, I think if y'all win, I think y'all go see Philly. I mean, not Philly, San Fran. What do you think about your chances against San Fran? All right, okay, I got you, OG. Yeah, I got you, baby boy. All right. Green Bay at Dallas. I know the OG got Green Bay. I'll go ahead and put them down for Green Bay. So our other co-host, man, the OG, he's a Commanders fan. My guy said I got Dallas cooking up. Boy, I like you guys. I like you, not for the views, man. What's your name? Not for the views. I like you, my guy. I like you, man. What team is that? What team is that, OG? I can't. I don't know what that is. Whose team? Corey's team?
Whose team?
He said your team. I don't know who your team is. Who you talking about?
I don't know, but you just need to be specific.
You gotta be specific, man. I need specific.
For real.
Come on, OG. Talk to me, baby. Your team G. What team is that? Say it. Come on, man. Come on.
I help him.
You help him. He ain't gonna say this. He ain't
gonna even write it. You know?
He said yeah, it's tough being a Commanders fan, dog. It's tough. It's tough out here. He said, I can't do it.
My man, he can't even write it. He can type it. He can't even text it.
Look, man. Hey, boy. It's hard out here in these streets, dog.
I got the boys too. So look, put me down for 2 marks by the boys, and I get OG his mark. You know,
right. I got you. Not for views, man. Who you got in that Cleveland-Houston game, and who do you have in that Miami-Kansas City game, and Pitt and Buffalo? I didn't get yours. I'm missing those. Yeah, haters. They hate it. Right? They done right, Metcalf. They haters, dog. He said, "Gee, you being petty." You know what that man is saying.
Hey, look. Look, the OG probably wouldn't even do it in sign language, you know. Oh man.
I'll put him down. Hey, Metcalf, you as well. I need your Cleveland. I need your Kansas City. Cleveland versus Houston, and your Kansas City versus Miami.
You turned your music on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
Miami.
I hear it banging, dude.
All right. I got you in, baby. I got you in. Miami. Hey, man, we appreciate each and every one of y'all rocking with us. My guy, Jeremy D. Metcalf. Hey, my homeboy now, man. Not for the views. Kanisha Davis. The OG himself, Chuck Little John, man. Who else was out there? My dad, Larry Wright. James Little John. Rodney Little John. My beautiful wife, Crystal Wright. My homeboy, Kamarie White. I know he's listening as well. Who else was out there I may have missed? Hey, man, if I miss you, man, charge it to my eyes, not my heart. We love y'all. Remember, keep your head on a swivel and keep God first. We'll see y'all on Sunday at 7:30, baby. We are out. Oh, my dog, Dallas Cowboy Chris. Appreciate you rocking with us, baby. All right. We'll see y'all Sunday, baby. We are out.
No doubt.
Peace. Hey, y'all give my guys some follows, man, as well. Everybody out there. Dallas Cowboy Chris, and Not For Your Views, man. Make sure y'all hit them up as well, man. We appreciate it. Not for the views. Right. Peace.